Keep that in mind. Go.
Okay. Now let me tell you a little story, alright? Let me tell you a little story, okay? Tell you a little story about our friend Gwen.
Delightful lady.
Delightful lady. Gwen is what we call an artist. She is a singer, okay? And Gwen works with what we call a record label, Recording Industry of America, okay? Now Gwen calls Brayton and I here one day.
Absolutely. Out of the blue.
Out of the blue. And she's complaining and she says, guys, my record label is giving me non-seasonal bartering fodder. Turtle-shaped pools in the winter.
Yeah.
Oxen skin pelts in the summer.
Doesn't make sense.
And Gwen says to me, she says, to both of us, she says, hey, this is all good and great. You know, I use the pools in the summer, oxen skin pelts in the winter, but I don't want to wait 6 months to cash in on this material. Okay? Now...
So what did we do? What did we do?
We heard Gwen's complaints.
We heard them.
We took transportation down to the record label.
That's right.
And Brayton's going to tell you what we told them in a meeting not unlike the very one right here today.
We went up to those record executive fat cats, those big head, big wig guy heads. And we said to him, hey, look, what you're doing to our friend Gwen, good friend, personal friend, it's not right, it's not fair, it's not good for you, it's not good for them. Look, we've got this thing, it's called money.
Yay.
Money. What you can do with money, it's consistent. It's got a consistent value.
Consistent value.
Doesn't matter. Look, every time I use one of these, it's worth one of these. You don't have to worry about like a turtle pool in the middle of winter. Well, I mean, she was in Orange County. It was like summer there all the time. But
she normally sells oranges down on Beacon Street. That's actually where we met her.
Delicious orange, big kratom. Anyway, so eventually they changed. They're like, wait, we're young, we're hip, we're on the move, we're on the go. We represent young, hip people who buy our music. Like you guys, young and hip and buying music, I'm sure.
Heck, like us.
Just like us, young and hip. That's right. So they're like, we'll do your crazy idea. We'll try money out. And you know what? They love it. Absolutely love it.
And guess what happened? Not more than a month later, Gwen and her band released the album Tragic Kingdom.
Absolutely.
Okay? Tragic Kingdom. Platinum selling out many times over.
I remember that day when she came up to us and was like, excuse me, mister, I'm just a girl. Look, okay, you've heard a lot about money and how it's great, but look, there's something even better. What? Yeah, no, not better than money. Even more good stuff with money. You, sir, what's your name?
Tim.
All right, Philip. Now, you look like you're a married man, Philip, so you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say what I'm going to say. Sometimes, well, you love your wife, and sometimes you love your wife in that kind of special way, but you don't always want to get her pregnant, so you have to go love someone else. You have a favorite prostitute. Take this young woman in the red sweater. How many potatoes would you pay her for an evening? What do you, John? Do you want to step in on this one? You're an expert on potatoes.
20, 25 maybe?
25 potatoes, that's fair. I would say 25 potatoes. So, I mean, think about this. Let's say you're at home, you're watching CSI Miami with your lovely wife, Bertra, and and you think to yourself, well, you got that little tickle in your loin. So you're going to go out, you're going to see this young lady in red, but you got to gather up 25 potatoes, sneak them out of the house in order to pay her. How are you going to do that without Bertram noticing? I mean, admittedly, she's not the brightest bulb, but she's going to put two and two together after a while. And then even more so, you're going to put these in a bag, you're in there, you're shaking things around, you're like, banging pots and pans together in the kitchen, she's going to figure it out. But think about it this, imagine if you had something that small you could keep in your pocket, bring it with you anywhere you go, she'd never have to know how much was in there, how much you took out, what you spent it, all that stuff.
You got me sold.
Okay.
John, let's wrap this up.
Alright, but let me tell you again, going back to Mike, okay? Now,
please.
Money, I know what you're saying. Money, this is all boring. Money is just not all business, okay?
It's no oxskin, it's no sister, yeah.
I know what you're saying, and I hear you. But let me tell you something about your oxen skin, okay?
And your sister.
Your oxen skin, what if I told you that our new currency, money, okay? What if I told you money has special commemorative bills that you and your family can collect? The 13 colonies, you can get them commemorated on a coin or bill of varying denominations.
And that bill, if you hang on to it, will increase in value.
Increase in value, okay?
Now, the last time you drew a picture on an ox skin, did anybody give a crap?
No, not really.
Exactly. You will be able to pick up these commemorative bills, money, from your post office. Okay?
The post office.
Post office.
You've been there.
Okay.
It's delightful.
I have.
Okay, so let's think about it. Wrapping it up. Okay, 1, it's small. It's compact. It's lightweight. 2.
2, it is consistent, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Consistent value, okay? You don't have to worry about your oxen skin depreciating in the summer months.
Well, they
I mean,
might,
yeah.
Consistent value.
You think about that. You've got an oxen skin. I could go around the room. I could say, hey, how much would you give me for this oxen skin? How much would you give me? You'd be like, oh, a carrot, a potato. You know,
Be different everywhere.
a night with birchwood. You know, and this is a joke. You know, I just had a bachelor party last night, actually. So,
Yeah, the newly married man.
just brand new, and it's this whole wife thing. It's great. But 20 potatoes. Anyway. Okay, consistent, but it's also universal. You can take this to any vendor, to any person, sell any good and service. You can trade this. Even better, you can take your goods and services, which you have, and trade that for money, which you can then spend for other goods and services. It's an amazing mediator.
And it is an amazing mediator that you can take to the bank. Okay?
Well, I mean, there aren't banks yet because they haven't been using money at all. But that'll happen eventually. But anybody have any questions?
Questions,
Can I
Q&A.
see some of this money?
Yeah, you want to see some money? Okay, this is what we call money.
Now, this is
You
a
got-
prototype, okay? What Brandon is holding here is a prototype.
Brand new.
Okay. We foresee in the future there being problems with, say, this thing called counterfeiting, people making these bills themselves. Okay?
Yeah.
But
Well, why not?
we are working on that, is what we are. I mean, this is a prototype, and this is still early in development. Brayden, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak about the phase 2 of this operation.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We don't want to blow too many months tonight. That's right.
Any other questions? Any questions?
Exchange rates?
What are you talking about?
We don't know what that is.
If we go outside the country.
What?
Are they useful outside the country?
What?
Or if I go outside the country, is it?
That was a great question, Bill. Anybody else? No? All right. Thank you very much. It's been great talking to you all. Have a lovely evening.